We may have just found out a Nintendo Switch final specs and list of new features. Stay tuned for more. Hey, what's up everyone? I'm Mats and you're watching the Mats Gaming News channel. You can follow me on Twitter and Facebook, so check the links in the description of this video below. And also don't forget to subscribe and hit the notification bell button to stay up to date with the latest news. So this information, this leak really, is a courtesy of one of the NeoGAF users that came across this information and posted it on the NeoGAF obviously. But it seems like the information is pretty accurate and everything sort of glued together, right? So, I mean, let's just dive into the information and see what they actually say. So, when in handheld mode, the Switch will have an unlocked screen like a smartphone to prevent accidental walking. The Switch features a quick menu. Press and hold the home button for at least 1 second to display the quick settings screen on top of all other screens, including the home menu and any applications. Unlike the 3DS, the active software will not be suspended when this menu is invoked. The Switch's keyboard will feature predictive text such as those on iOS and Android. System settings will allow the users to edit the following settings. Flight mode toggle, enable disable Bluetooth, manage Wi-Fi, manage NFC, manage screen brightness, screen lock, user settings, create edit me, theme management, controller management and system update. Miis will have more options for hair, eyebrows, eyes, facial hair, glasses, mouth and skin. Miis will not store the creator's name, their favorites and their birthday anymore. Anyone can edit Mii characters. The developers can create and sell season passes for their games. Hey, online services, here we come. This document confirms an X1-like SoC using Maxwell on the final retail version. So there you go, another confirmation of the NVIDIA Maxwell architecture. There are no plans to provide an internet browser at this stage, but developers are able to access a web applet to display specific website within their game app. Which to me is a bit shame, to be honest with you, because it would be nice to be able to browse the web once for a while, right? It's a tablet kind of device anyway. A maximum of 8 users can be registered on a system. Friend requests and game invites can be sent from the console. A Nintendo account can be linked to multiple Switches, but saved data is not automatically synchronized. There are 2 DevKit devices, SDEV and eDev. SDEV has a built-in ports, no built-in battery. eDev resembles the retail product exactly, but it's black color. Game cards come in 1, 2, 4, 8, 16 and 32 GB variations, which sounds good to me. I mean, games require more and more space, so obviously it's good to have 32 GB cards as well. Nintendo is expanding its online network and offers a library called Network Extension. As for the matchmaking, this feature matches players for multiplayer games. It can be used to bring players together based on matching criteria from among unspecified numbers of users, or to create groups among friends only. Groups can be created temporarily for a multiplayer game, or they can be created as lasting entities and usable as communities. Ranking. This feature uploads scores so users can get their relative rankings. Rankings can be calculated for only a certain period of time, or for only the scores of players registered in the certain group, and the score information can be periodically reset. Data store. This is a network storage feature. Any data can be optionally saved to the game server. This saved data can be tagged, searched and appended with rankings and the like. Subscriber. This is a messaging feature based on the publish-subscribe pattern. It can be used to post message on a certain topics, pull for posts on certain topics and otherwise share information with the application. So this is all about the new features and that kind of stuff. I mean, it sounds pretty interesting. Good to see that they actually learning something new, and there's going to be some cloud-based kind of services as well, so you can store your saves, etc, etc. So let's get into the hardware specification. So apparently for the CPU, Nintendo chosen the 4 ARM Cortex-A57 cores, maximum 2 GHz, L2 cache 2 MB, 34 bits ARMS-A. For the GPU, they chosen NVIDIA 2nd generation Maxwell architecture, which doesn't come as a surprise anymore, which comes with 256 CUDA cores, maximum 1 GHz. That's around 1 teraflop. Now, video decoder, it supports all kinds of resolutions up to 2160p in 60 frames per second. That's actually for video decoder. So it looks like it does support 4K, at least for video. So there you go. I mean, it should be powerful enough just to play the video and stuff. So there you go. The main memory, it has 4 GB of main memory. It's a 25.6 GB memory bandwidth kind of memory. So it's not really too fast. Obviously, video RAM is shared. System memory capacity up to 32 GB, maximum transfer rate 400 megabytes per second. So obviously we're talking about the game cards and stuff, right? As for the SD cards, it supports microSD, SDHC and SDXC cards. As for the wireless, it comes with 802.11 ABGNAC Wi-Fi support, which sounds pretty standard to me. It comes with USB 2.0 and 2.3. The video output, as said before, it's 60 frames per second at maximum 1080p or 30 frames per second at 2160p, which is 4K. Don't think that any game will run at this resolution though, because I mean, let's face it, 1 teraflops for that kind of graphics in games is basically not going to happen. So generally speaking, I must say that if this specification is correct and if this is the final specification, I will not really worry about Switch that much, because I know the problem that I had with Switch specification leak that came from Eurogamer was that it was talking about 356, I believe, megahertz for the GPU in the undocked mode, and only 726 or something like that in the undocked mode, right? Which doesn't really sound much, because let's face it, I mean, that would give you 0.7 teraflops, which is not really a huge deal. But with 1 gigahertz in probably docked mode, now that would actually look much better. And obviously the CPU, if it will really support up to 2 gigahertz clock, I mean that wouldn't be bad either. I mean, but it's really difficult to say whether that's that's probably in the docked mode as well. So there we go, that's the specification. It doesn't really look that bad. I mean, there's nothing really new that we haven't heard of, really. The only thing that really worries me right now is the memory bandwidth, which is like 25.6 gigabytes per second. I mean, remember that Xbox One memory bandwidth was 68 gigabytes per second, and all developers were actually complaining about it. So what are they going to say about 25 gigabytes per second? That's even worse. But I mean, that's for the developers actually to worry about, not me. So knowing Nintendo and companies that do support Nintendo platforms, they always have their own ways to deliver pretty nice graphics. Obviously, don't expect any graphics that you would be able to compare with PlayStation 4 Pro or Scorpio in the future, but for a handheld, that kind of graphics should be more than enough. And I think that wraps up this video, really. So thank you very much for tuning in and obviously sharing all my videos with others. I really do appreciate that. Hopefully you did enjoy this video, and if you did, you know the drill. Let me know what you think about it, comment in the comment section below, hit the like button, subscribe, and you take care. Bye.